Welcome to the Afro Gamer podcast, where we discuss everything esports. We speak to professional gamers, content creators, heads of esports association, different the community. Today we have a special guest in our midst, and we have Osage of Catch Me TV.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to the podcast today. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and it'll be a nice experience. I'm ready.
Okay, you are a special breed in terms of esports because you are a content creator.
Right.
Let's start with how did you get into gaming? Because I believe everyone wants to hear that story.
Well, as every Nigerian, we definitely grew up playing games, depending on how small it is. And the days of Family Kong and whatnot. We played that, and majority of us played those games just for fun, and many of us still play the game just for fun. But it's been really great. I've taken mine into being competitive with it. So, and while doing that, I have to still showcase those game style and those play styles with the community, which is why my gaming went into streaming, content creation, and that's exactly where it is.
Okay, okay. You are known as a pro streamer. I think
Yeah,
that is a tag or a title or a name that many people are not
right,
conversant with. Most people just know, okay, fine, he's a gamer, he's a streamer, or they'll say,
right.
okay, he creates content or she creates
Mhm.
content. So, what does being a pro streamer mean, and what does it entail?
Yeah, pro streamer technically is when you provide content and you get paid to do it. Uh, and many partners, majority of the mixer partners, um, we get paid, by Microsoft while we stream. And it's That's majorly how I would explain what being a programmer is, when at least you get payment for providing those contents and whatnot. So most programmers, it comes in different form. There are some that are binded by contracts, and there are some that are open contracts kind of thing, where you don't have open contract is when you don't have a set figure aligned to the duration of when you streaming with this particular platform. And when you have the contract, it means, okay, we'll be like, company A is paying you this set amount to stream for this amount of time or this amount of months and whatnot. So those are the two different modes of that.
Okay. So is it going to be strictly with the streaming platform, or you're open to different brands now? Because I'm sure that's the clarity many people want to know. Since you mentioned, as at that time with Mixer, you had a contract with them. Are you locked to just Mixer, or any brand can approach you and say, "Hey, Catch Me TV, you have X number of viewers. We want
Hmm.
you to project our brand."
Well, it depends on the clause in the contract. Um, there are some that are exclusive. It's just exclusive uh, to that platform. And when I say exclusive to that platform, is you can only stream on Mixer. You can't stream on Twitch. Does that make
Okay.
sense? You can't stream on Facebook. You can only stream on Mixer. So those are exclusive contracts. But when it comes to when brand wants to work with you, say for example, I worked with Logitech. I had some affiliated link with them, with Logitech, and Gamer Subs and some other brands like that. You can work as a content creator. You can work with other brands.
Okay.
Technically, they can have their link or their banner showing on your stream and things like that. You can definitely work with other brands. But when it comes to you providing the content or where it's aired, there's always exclusive, contract and whatnot. But for me, on Mixer, mine wasn't exclusive.
Okay.
I could decide to go stream somewhere else if I want. But out of being loyal, I stuck to streaming on Mixer, and the community grew as much as we can. And I bet someone like Ninja. Ninja had exclusive contract just to stream on Mixer. Those are exclusive contracts.
Interesting. That's good to hear. So this week, everybody woke up or opened social media, and the surprising news, as as a mixer partner, as at that time, how did you feel? Or let's retract. How did you get the news? Like, did someone reach out to you, or you just opened Twitter, or how did you get access to that information?
um, you know, the way the whole thing went down is just a little bit surprising and shocking to everyone, not just the partners. You know, I follow I follow Mixer on Twitter, and
Mhm.
I have the notification turned on. You know, if you post anything, I just want to see it immediately. And
Okay.
and we had like a partner meeting the week before. Last week actually, we had partner meeting, and where we talked and nothing. Like, it's just it was like a normal conversation, like nothing was even going on behind the scene. I'm pretty sure the staffs didn't even know about it. And when the news came out, prior to the news coming out, I've been having a feeling that something that I don't know is about to happen. So I was working, and all of a sudden, I just got the alert that Mixer posted something, and immediately I saw the clause. I was like, no way. I was like, no way, and I was like, it's kind of like a shock. The way it was posted out was kind of like shocking, and the whole the whole Twitterverse when it comes to Mixer was just in flames. You know i- what the part that really affected me most is there are people that really really depend on this content creation, you
Mm,
know to feed themselves, their families, and those are the ones that I'm actually really uh, concerned about. Those are the people that I'm actually really, really concerned about. And we've been hearing a couple of good news coming out. So when the door closes, a new one opens, and
exactly.
there are a couple of mixed partners, that are being accepted as for partnership on Twitch right now. So there are really good news, coming out left and right. But when I heard that, I was the whole day was just scattered for me, because it's something that you enjoy doing. It's something that it's something that you've built. Many of us have worked really hard, um, to just have this brand and community growing. We've worked really hard for it, and it's just to see it just get shambled like within a twinkle of an eye, man. It's there's no
You
there's no
sound you
way.
sound you sound really hurt.
I am like it's I'm trying I got a couple of friends that they actually cried over this. and
Wow.
and I just try my best to just stay as strong as I can, but man, it's not easy, man. You just have to have one or two tear come out in because of how much it hurt. It's lots of hard work, man. It's lots of hard work, man. It's because if you go to another platform, you're starting from ground zero.
So yeah.
Yeah, and many of us, like myself, I had 12K plus followers, and my consistent viewership, is 50 to 70, at once watching and chatting, and that's on a bad day actually. So it's to me it's it's really hurting because not so many people will want to move to the platform you're going to because they might not have the means to have those um,
Mm.
platform on the device they're watching. So it's really painful, and it's still hurt, and it's still going to continue to hurt until something better comes on the table.
Okay.
So
So let me ask you this. If they were going to move over your 12K plus to Facebook gaming, would you have considered it?
well, they are actually the good thing that I've been hearing is um, what they're doing is they are moving, they're giving the opportunity for mixer partners to move to Facebook gaming and retain the partnership. Okay, and but the major problem that majority of us are just concerned about is how will I call it, privacy. Um, in the world of content creation, um, most viewers like their privacy. Most streamers and content creators like their privacy. You know, and for you to have your Facebook page, it has to be tied to a personal account.
Yes, it does.
All right, and if you, I think that's something that I think they are trying to fix now, though, where if you go to another chat when you send a message if you go to another stream when you send a message, it shouldn't show your name but show your brand.
Brand, exactly.
And so which is what major people, this is what people actually want. And viewers, we have to be typing with their full information, and man, there are lots of stalkers everywhere, man. And it's still under lots of consideration to see. Most people might just go with it just to make sure that their partnership is just locked somewhere. Technically, you don't lose that um, status you've gained in the world of esports and world of streaming in general. You just want to have it saved somewhere, even if you decide not to stream on the platform. So even if the amount of followers have been transferred over, you wouldn't see everyone want to use um, Facebook because of privacy, related issues. So yeah, it's still, you know, it's still 50
Yeah,
50 that,
it's good. It's good that you mentioned that because I think almost every game now, even mobile games, you just see notifications of tied to your Facebook account, and
right.
I don't want that. That's not something I want to do at all.
Yes. Privacy is a big deal when it comes to content creation because in the world of gaming, or in the world of content creation, there are people that just go out there just to prey on individuals, so
Exactly.
privacy is a major. That's why in my chat, whenever I stream, you don't mention your age, you don't mention your name, you know like you don't just actually just mention your name. I wouldn't ask you for your name, I wouldn't ask you for your age, I wouldn't ask you for all those things, because we just don't want certain individuals to target some set of individuals, so it's just, we're
Exactly.
trying to make it this as safe and welcoming as possible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I totally agree with you on that. Um, Instead of you going to Facebook gaming, you went to Twitch, which
Yes.
it looks like a lot of streamers actually did. Even the big guns, the
Yes.
ninjas, the shoes, they went back to Twitch. And I saw your post. After the news broke, less than a week. I don't think it's even 3 days. You're already a partner. How did that work? Because
Well, it was actually an affiliate with Twitch. What happened was, one thing about me is I try not to put my eggs in one basket, and I try to, when I see things going to be wary, I try to, like, you know make sure I have plan B. where in case plan A fails, plan B becomes, the. So yeah, so before the whole incident, I just posted a couple of streams on Twitch, while streaming on Mixer, just a couple, just to see, to test the waters, to see,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a lot of involvement. And I had a couple of you know, friends and colleagues that were former Mr. partners, partners on Twitch, and they were actually surprised to see that, hey, bro, you're streaming, things like that. And, they still had to, they came out and showed the support. So because of that 1 week prior to Mixer, breaking everything down, I was able to attain the requirement to be an affiliate with them, and I got the affiliate on Sunday, to be honest. So I just went through the process and accepted the whole thing, and just to make sure my profile is actually out there. And bam, Monday, Mixer was like, we're done. And I'm like, all right, great. If you're done, then all right, Twitch, here I come. you know. And I just put them like, yep, guys, one door opens, one door closes, the other opens, and here we go,
Opens,
man.
exactly.
Yeah, and it continued. And the good thing now, on the first stream on Twitch was fantastic. It was amazing. Lots of the community member from Mixer came over. Lots of the community members that knew me that were on Twitch came over. It was just like nothing changed.
Mm,
You
that's
know,
that's that's
uh,
really that is
yeah,
really good. Really, really good.
yes, yes, it was like nothing changed. And the stats for that day was beautiful.
Mm.
It was beautiful. Lots of viewers in the house. We at one point I think we maxed about 400 plus. So it was beautiful. It was really
Oh wow.
amazing. Yeah, at one point we maxed 400 plus, and it was beautiful. And I'm really really grateful to those individuals that took the time to actually join us. And that's one thing about my community. I try as much as possible to welcome everyone, and which has been one thing that people know me for. No matter how big, no matter how small, I welcome everyone. And I give everyone the same respect that is given to me. So
Mm,
yeah.
that's okay. So let's take it back home. Let's take it back home. You are a Nigerian and African gamer and pro streamer. You live abroad.
Mhm,
So,
mhm,
the question is always, how can people who are into gaming and esports get into content creation and streaming, especially when there's the issue of electricity for console and PC gamers, and the debate of data cuts across mobile gamers,
mhm.
console and PC. What would
Right.
be what would be your advice? Because that's always the question. Anyone who is a gamer or wants to be a
Mhm,
content creator would always say
right.
that's the excuse. So, what would you advise considering the factors that affect Africa?
Um, you know, as long as the thing is, as long as you play on a console, you can actually stream from that console. If you're playing online, you can stream from that console. Um, I think places like Twitch and Facebook, Facebook is trying to implement that on Xbox, I think. But that does Twitch. Twitch is already on Xbox, so you can act while playing your game. You can actually stream from that console, and it's a step at a time. When I started streaming, or when I even started streaming my gameplay, it was just from my Xbox. I had no camera. I only had my headset, connected to my controller, and that was how the first stream I actually made. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I didn't know I could see chat.
Mm,
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know I could even read chat. I just thought, okay, you broadcast the game, you play the game, you just talk about it, and nothing. And all of a sudden, I got an email after I finished streaming that, hey, this is a report. I was like, what? Where's the report tied to? I click on it and bam, bam. it took me to the portal. I watched my board, the saved video, and I noticed that people were even typing in the chat, and I didn't,
You didn't
I wasn't
see it.
even responding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even say it. So at that point, I knew, okay, there was there's a way to read the chat, and I opened that on my mobile phone.
Mm.
I tested the broadcast. I just made a broadcast, and I saw that, yeah, I could actually see the message while I'm actually playing the game. You know, and so yeah, for everyone back home, you know, if you stream from your Xbox to whatever platform you go, those platform, as long as you have your credentials on your Xbox, those platform can integrate that into the app of that platform on your device. So at that point, you can look at the chat from your mobile phone while you play the game. They don't necessarily need to see your face until you have your complete setup done. So yeah, and it's been really great, to be honest. I advise everyone to just dive into it and try as much as they can. It's always a step at a time. Uh, there's no rush. They don't catch late comer.
Well, true, true. There's no I came here first. Yeah,
No, no,
that's
no, no,
so. But
no.
what would be your recommendation for people who just play games and are not playing online?
Um,
Do you tell them to like record their gameplay, chop and edit, and put on YouTube for starters, or
yes.
what would be your recommendation for that?
They could actually do that because I also post on YouTube, and it's a lot of work to actually edit and modify, and it's a lot of work, and you know if they have the time, you know record your gameplay, uh, you know highlight the moments, things like that. There are people that I know that don't stream, and what they do is they record the moments, the goals, their reactions, and all those stuff, and put it on YouTube. They're huge. They're huge on YouTube. There are people that go that route. It helps. It just depends on how, it just depends on how comfortable they are doing that. And if they want to go into actually showcasing it live, then they could go into it. But recording, editing is a very good move too. It's a very, very, very good move. I advise people to also do that, because when I stream, I record at the same time. As soon as my stream ends, I go into that recording, getting some wonderful moments from that stream,
For that stream.
yeah, and save it. So I do that in between, maybe a couple of streams, and once in a week I post on YouTube. So it's been really great. And there are times where, one other thing that I would advise is, when you do that, you want to make sure you are consistent. You know,
Mm.
you want to make sure, hey, everyone is going to be expecting a video from you on Friday. You know, it'll like, you don't want to post this Friday and next Friday you don't post.
You don't post. Mm.
Yeah, people are expecting to see that, like, why didn't you post? All right. So they won't expect to see another one the coming Friday,
From Friday makes a lot of
you
sense.
know? Yeah. So if you post this Friday, make sure you post the next Friday. Even if you don't post the next Friday, make sure you alert that, say, hey, there's a delay in this particular content coming out. I will upload as soon as possible. Even if you don't upload, just let them know, hey, there's a delay, things like that. And it helps. One thing about content creation, gaming in general, or streaming and whatnot, is consistency. You always want to have a set schedule. For my streaming, I don't need to broadcast to my community, hey, I'm going live at this time. No, they already know exactly the time that I'm going live.
Mhm.
Which is because of consistency. I've stayed on the same schedule going to 2 years now.
Oh wow.
So they know the time I start. Even when the time changes, I let them know. I'm like, hey, the time is shifting back an hour. So you guys might see me an hour earlier. So they
Earlier.
already know. So it's just, consistency. They know your schedule, which is one thing I advise people to do. Just, and another thing is network. Um, Networking is a big key. You know, like myself, I don't tie myself into just, after I stream and done. No, after I stream, I take my community over to other communities. Go support those other individuals. Those other streamers appreciate the fact that you're bringing your community over. And
Mm.
guess what? they're going to show the same love by bringing their own
Own
community over to
community.
you, and that's how you grow. It's a lot of networking. Networking is involved you know, there's some people just think networking is, hey, I'll follow you, follow me back. No, that's not how it's done. Networking is getting involved with the community, to chat with them, have fun with them. They know your name. They know you come in. Hey, they know you're there. That is networking. So I advise people, that do the same, content creation or whatnot, to actually network and have fun. You know.
That's a word of wisdom. Like I would left to me. I think I would just do the whole follow I follow back, or just follow and all. But now you've enlightened us by saying being able to network, carry over your community. Um,
Yes.
there are a few people who are watching this stream. Kwesi Hayford, thank you for joining us. Uh, Bank XGH, thank you for joining us. Gamers Blog Ghana, thank you for joining us. Kwesi said this is the quickest way to launch into the gaming streaming, and I believe he was supporting what you said about streaming directly from your console,
Right.
and what you just said about the whole networking. Bank XGH also said, Osage, you are right. Sharing is
Yeah.
caring.
Yes. It's
Okay, so
some people are actually scared to take their community over to other communities. And the reason why they are scared is some of them think that they're going to lose their community over to another community.
hmm,
But one thing I advise people is, if your community are there, if they like you, they will stay. They won't go anywhere. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
so that's just how I live. I share my community over to others. So it's been really great.
That's good. So talking about creating content and streaming for someone who is just, jumping into it, this mentality of you being a young person, we
Mhm.
always want to I would say it's a problem that a majority of us have is once you go into content creation or streaming, you always want to have big numbers immediately. And
Oh no.
in that way, it kind of discourages people when, let's say, you are streaming and there's nobody watching, or you have one person watching or two. It's a common problem. I'm sure when you started to, you're also feeling that way. Me
Oh
personally,
yeah.
so what would be your word of encouragement to people like that? Because that is a big problem once people are creating content, streaming, and they're seeing low numbers when they start.
One thing is, the good thing about seeing low numbers is it keeps you driving harder, you know. And this is what happens when you see low numbers. There are people that are actually watching and not saying anything. All right. The only time that number increases is when they say something, you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
how can that number increase? How can you make them say something? It's by you continue to comment on your gameplay or your streaming. You continue to do what you're doing, you know. Continue to ask questions like, man, why is this player doing like this? Come on, man, do I need to buy this player? Or, things like that. Trust me,
Mm,
people are going to get involved, by how you converse and with the game itself. And I've seen it happen to me. When I started, I was like, it's zero viewer. The only one viewer that I had was me, because I opened my stream on the other.
yeah.
I opened my stream on the other computer just to, yeah. So it was just me, and you just continue to do that. And the time that I noticed that people were actually watching and not saying anything was when I raged, on a gameplay. They were just laughing, you know,
Mm,
and they started laughing in the chat. One laugh came out, one viewer. The other laugh came out, two viewer. They were just, at that point they started communicating. That's what people think, they are not being watched. You're being watched, but they're not going to say anything. They want
anything.
to know, if is this a community I want to belong in, or is this a community I want to have fun with, before they say something. So it's, just continue. I always advise people, continue to do what you're doing. You know, you're streaming, nobody, just continue to talk, converse. Don't keep quiet.
Mm-mm.
I'll be streaming, and you especially if you're streaming, you have zero viewers. You're just keeping quiet. You're not saying anything.
Saying anything.
It's not going to encourage anyone to actually say something. Continue to converse with the game, have fun with the game. Like you're actually talking to someone. It helps. And at that point, people that actually come over to your screen, to your stream, will definitely say something. And the reason why most people get that zero viewers at the first time is because they're just starting, and it's expected. To be able to increase your numbers, that is where networking comes into play. you know you get, maybe I get zero viewers, maybe I start with zero viewers, and I see, I play FIFA. Okay. And on the platform where I'm streaming my games, I go to the FIFA platform, or the FIFA section I'm in on that platform, and go network with streamers of my own um category that just starting. I go
Mm,
in there, hey, how you doing? How you enjoying the game? This and that. Oh, at that point, you're giving those people that just starting the support that they deserve. And trust me, they're gonna return that same support to you when
mm,
they see that you're live.
mm.
You know, one networking, one communication like that, you continue to see your name. Like if you come to my stream today and I see your name again tomorrow, oh no, I'm gonna pay close attention to you.
To you.
You know.
That's true.
So I might follow you and you won't even know. And when you go live, I'll be there. Hey, how you doing? How you enjoying it? Things like that is how your community grow. It's how you get consistent viewers. It's how it's just networking is just a major thing. It's a major key to getting the numbers you want. And it's just really amazing. People see how much you care about other individuals, or other content creators, and they like you for that. So networking is the major key to attaining numbers that we want. you know
Mm. Okay, good. Sportastic TV, thank you for joining us. He said, "Congrats, Osage, on the new platform. Thanks for the streaming for beginners tips too." Kwesi also, yeah, Kwesi said, "Create a persona so people can love
I
and
follow you.
follow you."
Mhm.
Banky XGH said, "Never stop promoting yourself." He said, "I
Right.
agree with Kwesi, but the character of public face has to be unique."
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and when I just noticed something about promoting. Promoting yourself is a you're encouraged to do that, but there are ways to actually promote yourself. There are people that actually just go into other streams and say, hey, come follow me. Hell no. No one is going to follow you. you know the best way to promote yourself is on your social media. you know be as positive as you can, and promote yourself on there. One person coming in from your social media is a big win. you know there are people that have thousands of people, followers on the social media, but if you post a link of their stream into that, not everybody, no, not everybody's going to come. There'll be a few handful that will come. So promoting yourself in the best possible way, utilizing social medias as a way of promoting yourself is a huge plus. Like myself, whenever I go live, I post in my Discord community, and my Discord has about 300 plus in my Discord server, which is really small, to be honest. And I post on there and tell them, hey, guys, I'm going live. This is a link, things and that. They already know my link, but still, I still promote in there. You
Mhm.
know, and on my Discord server, I have a section, the self promo section. Everyone loves self promo section. So ways to keep people in your community is to make sure you have the avenue, you're creating that avenue for them to uh, uh, grow also.
Mm.
In the self promo section, one good thing that one practice that I've been doing is I try to make sure that anyone that posts their link in the self promo section Even if no one goes to that link, I want to go to that link. I want to show you support so that you can post that again in there, encouraging others to do the same. And it's just how it is. Promote and say, hey, in the best possible way. When I started, I'm not gonna lie. I joined it. I joined a Discord server, and the first thing I said was, "Come watch my stream on blah blah blah." The guy just boom, 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 delete. He removed me from the server. So I was like, "What the heck? Why did this guy remove me from the server?" It didn't occur to me that, hey, bro, you don't just go into, uh, uh, for example, if I'm gonna put it in a layman's language, it's gonna be, say you're having a party. All right, you're having a birthday party. Everyone is dancing and singing and whatnot. And I just come into your party and I say, hey guys, I'm having a party in the next video. Let's go and dance. So they will slap me now. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? So that is how to look at it. You have to, be as, you have to be involved with that party for them to really remember, hey, you also have a party. We need to go to your party too. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how, promoting and networking, really, really works in
Mm.
the world of streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gamers Blog Ghana said it has boosted my morale. So I will go live tonight, 8 p.m. on Facebook.
Let's go, baby.
It's Fantastic TV. We know your name. Thank you for watching. Frank
Yeah, I know.
Frank said, "Wow, good content." So let's round up with this question. And
Okay.
viewers, you are free to comment on this. Now that Mixer and Facebook Gaming have come together to form a partnership,
Mhm.
I was speaking to Osage earlier on, and I mentioned that aside, data, electricity, which is affecting Africa, those are obvious reasons. Africa, we tend not to jump on applications that we are not familiar with, and that is another reason why, you'd see not many Africans on Mixer. You won't see them on Twitch, except the core gamers that know about these streaming platforms. The best you'd see will be more maybe YouTube gaming. So now that Mixer has come together with Facebook gaming on this, and Facebook as a whole is, if not the most popular application in Africa, do you think it will encourage gamers and content creators to actually start to create more content?
Well, yes. Um, there's lots of the thing is there's lots of room to grow. There's lots of platforms, not just Mixer and Facebook gaming. But the news, you know, in seeing how people that have gotten really high starting all over again, not giving up, is encouraging to see. It's encouraging for people that just want to start and say, oh man, what was I waiting for? I could actually, I could actually do this, and it's not just Facebook gaming. You can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Twitch, you can just dive into it. If you've not even done anything yet, just dive straight into it and get it going. Get your content going. I advise people, just don't wait. Time waits for no man. Just do it. Start from somewhere, and trust me, the sky's the limit. For Facebook gaming, I'm pretty sure they want to increase their exposure. Now they're expecting lots of new people. Now they're expecting lots of people to actually stream to their platform. So now is the time for everyone to dive in and utilize the opportunity. YouTube is also expecting people, because there are a lot of, I think, on Mixer, I would say almost about 20,000 plus streamers. So where do you expect those 20,000 plus streamers to go? They're going to have to distribute into different
Interesting.
platforms. So now is the time for people to just dive into it. There's room to grow. There's No matter what it is, there's room to grow. So I encourage you to take your time, get your setup going, You start from, the bare minimum. If you want to start from your Xbox, or it's not just for gamers only. When it comes to streaming is just for gamers. On Mixer, we had a couple of people that they do web shows, and they were known for those. They had a couple of musicians. They play live music and stream, and I partnered with Mixer. We had lots of artists, facial artists. They teach people how to do makeups and everything. They're partnered. One of them just even got partnered with Twitch, like from Mixer. So
Okay.
it's not just gaming when it comes to streaming per se. It's not just gaming. You can do virtually anything. You can do whatever content you have. That's why I tell people back home, like, just don't just depend on word of mouth or facial meetings. Put it out there. You know, there are videos where people post, and for some reason it get retweet. The retweets are just insane, and people see your content because you posted it out there. So that's why I tell you, just jump into it. Do what you need to do. You don't know when that door is going to open. Just continue to do what you're doing, and that's my advice to everyone. Facebook gaming, the merge with Mixer is a big opportunity for many Mixer partners to still keep their partnership status in the world of esports and the world of gaming in general, and world of streaming in general. So yeah, my encouragement is, guys, dive into it. You know.
Mm. Okay, good. Frank said, I think this is the best time to be a streamer. And
Mhm.
if you have ever wanted to be a gamer and a streamer, this is the time. He also said Facebook and Mixer partnership is the right direction. Facebook is taking over. I don't know if I agree with you on that, but I know that there's an opportunity not just for gamers, but I think for specifically for African
Mhm.
content
Yes,
creators.
African content creators, in the world of streaming, we don't have many of them. We don't have many of them. So this is a time to actually showcase ourselves, and I've since I started providing my content, I stuck through being an African, um being a Nigerian. I stuck to it. My sub icon on my channel is the love with a Nigerian flag. I stuck to it. It's not easy. I know how hard it was before I relocated here, and trust me, man, I'm very appreciative. If not because of how if not because of how I was molded back home, and the humility will not be there. And that's what I hold those positive standards. And I think my country Nigeria for building me to those standards. So I'm sticking true to it. So to my fellow Nigerians that really, or my fellow Africans that really want to get into this stuff, do it, man. Do it. And you get into it, tag me, man. I'll, I will share the rec out of that. I'm gonna help as much as I can. I also have a fellow African who was also a mixed partner. He's from he's a Somalian, and he currently resides in Norway, and he's a really 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 good friend of mine. And that's one thing, we Africans will love as much as possible to help ourselves. And yeah, so it's been great. Just anyone that wants, I'll share as much little exposure as I have, and just tag me and whatnot. I'll greatly appreciate it.
Okay, that's good. Kwesi said Facebook has to open up the Level Up program to Africa. Gamers Blog also agreed and said, can't wait to have the Level Up program on Facebook in West Africa. Do you have anything to say about the Level Up program?
Yeah, Level Up program is kind of like, I would say, sounds like an affiliate, which I think they should do. And at this point, to be honest, if such exposure hasn't been opened yet to African countries, now is the time for esports organizations to actually present themselves over and say, hey, we got individuals, we got people that do provide content, man, that really want to stream on your platform. Trust me, they're going to respond to you guys and really uh, open that door. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they've really gotten any special request or consolidations. Give me a moment, guys. Yeah, sorry. My daughter came closer. So yeah, I don't think there's been a specific, you know, you know, contact to Facebook Gaming that hey, we have individuals that want to provide this stuff. We want to have the opportunity to, you know, to be able to. So I think there are some organizations that I think should be able to present themselves. Esport Nigeria, I think, should be able to say something, and at that point, they're gonna provide, look at that direction and say, hey, we got lots of individuals that really want to showcase themselves.
Okay,
You know, I think Esport Ghana too should be able to, present themselves, and so if there is a direct contact, I'm pretty sure they will get it opened.
Hmm.
You know, they want to see, and one other thing is they love numbers. People love numbers. If they see that there is a lot of individuals wanting to do that, come on, man, they'll open it. It's an insane boost for them.
True.
you know so they will definitely open it when that contact, when that communication gets initiated.
Initiate that.
So but if peradventure I get the opportunity to say I'm officially with them, it's something I can also present to them and say, hey, individuals from this part of the world where I'm from, um, really wants to be involved. Is there anything you guys can do about that? It's a simple question that I'm pretty sure someone would definitely answer.
Answer. True. It makes a lot of sense. Okay,
Mm,
that's good. It was nice talking to you. That is all the time we have. If anyone
appreciate it.
wants, yeah, anytime. If anyone wants to connect with you, watch your games, reach out to you on social media, how can they contact you?
I'm usually on Twitter on Catch Me TV MXR behind it.
Are you not going to
Uh,
take the MXR off?
well, you know, for professional reasons, so many people know me with that
With
behind it. So now is not for me. Now is not the time for me to change it. I have to wait for everything to die down and calm
Okay.
down before I change it. So it's something I'm going to change in the future. But MXR is behind Catch Me TV. The MXR stands for Mixer, of course. On Instagram, I have the same, credentials, Catch Me TV MXR. On Facebook, Catch Me TV MXR. On YouTube, Catch Me TV MXR. The only place that it's different right now is on Twitch. It's just Catch Me TV with the underscore behind it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
on Mixer, it's just Catch Me TV. So yeah, on Twitch, it's Catch Me TV with the underscore behind it. So yeah, that's how to reach me.
Okay, thank you very much. Viewers and listeners, you've heard it directly from him. You can go ahead and follow him. What days do you stream on Twitch so that we can actually?
Yeah, my schedule when I was on Mixer is what I want to stick on, when I go on Twitch. So my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I start at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. depending on the time change,
okay,
and 8 p.m. here is in Nigeria is about 2 a.m. in Nigeria. It's about 2 a.m. in UK, but 8 p.m. Central Time.
okay.
That's when I majorly start. Um, but since there is change in time now, it's shifted back to 7 p.m. just so that I could accommodate other people from around the world so that it's not pushing them back to about 3 a.m. or whatnot. So between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, you catch me live on Twitch. Catch
Mm.
me TV underscore. Yeah.
Okay, all right then. Thank you very much, Osage. Hopefully,
Thank you so much.
we can be able to stream and collaborate and watch you actually play.
I
Yeah.
rage. I rage.
All right, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate you, man. Thank you again.
All right then.
All right.